What's up everyone and welcome back to another episode of Anime of the Week. This is your weekly show where I talk about everything I've seen this past week, and to top it all off I'm gonna give you one anime of my own choice from any given time. I'm gonna go through them one by one and end it with a rating from 1 through 5. So let's get started. Now quick side note, I only had the time to check out one series this week, and I have a lot of personal thing going on in my life right now and also a lot with school. So I do apologize for the lack of content in this video. Without further ado, let's get going. The first and only show I got the opportunity to check out this week is Mob Psycho 100. This show consists of 12 episodes, both dubbed and subbed, and is labeled as supernatural, drama, comedy, action, slice of life. That aside, this show was made by the studio Bones, who also made shows like Soul Eater, Boku no Hero Academia, Full Metal Alchemist, Noragami, and a lot of other ones. This show has amazing action scenes and a huge variety of comedy, so if you're considering watching this, you're bound to find something that appeals to you. In this show we get to follow our main protagonist, Shigeo Kageyama, also known as Mob. The world that Mob lives in is home to two major things: spirits and psychics. Spirits, which cause harm, and psychics, with the power to exorcise these spirits. Mob is one of these psychics, and a very powerful one as well. When Mob gets stressed or put under a lot of pressure, he loses the ability to control his powers, which will result in him annihilating everything in his way. Later on he becomes the student of a self-proclaimed psychic named Reagan, and you kinda get to follow Mob's life as he stumbles upon obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. But anyway, here's the preview.
食塩をまぶした拳でぶん殴る霊言の必殺技である。
ねえ、全然大したことねえぞ。あら?
This show has a very unique art style, not necessarily a bad one, but very untraditional. Let me explain. For example, one moment it can be very bright and shiny, a lot of vivid colors going around, and then the next moment it can be very dark and gloomy. But on the other hand, the animation in this series is absolutely amazing and smooth all through the series, very well done. The main character himself doesn't have much character development, but a lot of the side characters actually do, so that's pretty interesting. The soundtracks on the other hand were pretty average to me, nothing memorable. They were just kinda like there in the background in the show, kinda to set the mood. I don't know really. Oopa do not approve. The story in this show is pretty much what you should be expecting when going into a slice of life kind of show. So if you're looking for something with a good story, this might not be it for you. But if you want something with very good action scenes, a lot of fun comedy, then absolutely go give this a try. Overall, I would give this show a 4 out of 5. Now my own personal choice of this week is gonna be Parasite the Maxim. Parasite is made by the well-known studio Madhouse, who also made shows like No Game No Life, Trigun, Overlord, Death Parade, Death Note, One Punch Man, Hunter x Hunter, and the list goes on and on. Now this show consists of 24 episodes, both subbed and pretty good dubbed ones. It's labeled as drama, horror, psychological, action show. Now this is a show I wouldn't recommend to potentially younger viewers or kids, because it gets pretty violent and gory, and it tackles a pretty dark theme, and story is pretty complex, it's hard to understand. Anyway, in this show you get to follow a high school student named Shinichi, who lives with his mother in a peaceful neighborhood, until one day these tiny little aliens known as parasites invade planet Earth. Now these parasites take over human bodies by manifesting itself into the human brain. So one night a parasite invades Shinichi's room and proceeds to crawl into his arm in an attempt of trying to take over his body. However, Shinichi wakes up in the middle of everything and manages to trap the parasite in his right arm, so instead of taking over his brain, it takes over his right hand. Now this parasite, who is later renamed as Migi, which means right in Japanese, since he took over his right hand, they later on proceed to do this contract where if you don't hurt me, I won't hurt you, and we can peacefully try to share your body, which is fucking stupid deal for Shinichi, that is. Now this might sound all well and good, and it kinda is, until Shinichi and Migi starts encountering other parasites that have fully taken over human bodies. Now they have to fight to survive and trying to stop other parasites from eating human beings. And you know what? Enough of me blabbering. Here's the preview. This show has absolutely amazing animations and good art styles. It has beautiful soundtracks. These kind of soundtracks I can, hit play, sit and do my homework, do editing, videos and whatnot, and still listen to them. Very memorable ones. Oopa approves. This series has great opening and ending. Amazing story. This show will keep you on the edge of your seat from all the way from episode 1 through 24. Has one of the best, if not the best, character development I've ever seen on the main characters in any series ever. In my book, this show deserves a perfect score, which in this series is 5 out of 5. This is usually the part where I tell you to go check this out. Or fuck all that. Go check this out now.
Just do it!
Stupid memes aside, if you haven't seen Parasite, I absolutely recommend you go see it. It's a masterpiece. It's amazing. Thank you all for sticking to the end, and if you think I missed anything in these particular shows in this episode, or you want me to check something out for next week, feel free to leave all that good stuff in the comments below. Like, share and subscribe. And until next time, stay awesome guys. The time to check out this week is but Soul Eater is not the show I was checking out this week, no. This is your weekly and a huge variety of, to me they weren't memorable, and a very powerful. This show has amazing action scenes and a huge comedy plot, comedian pot in the hot back. Head tilt, head tilt, head tilt, boom, head tilt. Fuck this shit, I'm out.